The first sort of the relative adverb is the adverb when. The speaker links the subordinate clause to the main clause with the relative adverb when, from the fact that the precedent in the main clause indicates time. And the time is indicated as the object of the preposition in the subordinate clause. Then the listeners can understand that the speaker links the subordinate clause to specify the point in time indicated by the precedent and the experience, condition, or action stated in the subordinate clause is actualized at the point in time indicated by the precedent from the origin of the relative adverb when, that is integrated from the preposition and the object of the preposition in the subordinate clause. The speaker describes the time indicated by the precedent with the experience, condition, or action that the definition of the verb indicates in the subordinate clause. There are 3 sentences. The first sentence is this: Jesus Christ clarifies the soul in the morning when I'm allowed to open up eyes. The speaker links the subordinate clause to the main clause with the relative adverb when to specify the point in time indicated by the phrase of the noun the morning as a precedent in the main clause with the condition of the speaker described by the be verb am in the subordinate clause. The speaker specifies the time indicated by the precedent, the morning, with the condition of the speaker as the subject in the subordinate clause. The second sentence is this: Jesus Christ appeases his disciples during a period when the disciples pray. The speaker links the subordinate clause when the disciples pray to the main clause. Jesus Christ appeases his disciples during a period with the relative adverb when to specify the period indicated by the phrase of the noun a period applied as a precedent in the main clause with the condition of the subject, the disciples, described by the intransitive verb pray. The speaker specifies the existence of the precedent indicated by the phrase of the noun a period with the condition of the subject indicated by the phrase of the noun the disciples. The third sentence is this: I like Thursday when I walk along the stream and river. The speaker links the subordinate clause when I walk along the stream and river to the main clause I like Thursday with the relative adverb when to specify the point in time indicated by the noun Thursday applied as a precedent in the main clause with the condition of the speaker described by the intransitive verb walk in the subordinate clause. The speaker specifies the existence of the time indicated by the precedent Thursday with the action indicated by the intransitive verb walk of the speaker as the subject in the subordinate clause. We can focus on the other application of the adverb when as a conjunctive adverb. The conjunctive adverb specifies the definition of the verb in the main clause. The relative adverb specifies the existence of the precedent in the main clause applied as an object or a subject. The fact that the precedent is applied as a subject or an object in the main clause, the subject or object is related to the definition of the verb. So we can understand that the conjunctive adverb, specifies the definition of the verb in the main clause in a direct way. The relative adverb when specifies the definition of the verb in the indirect way via the precedent. There is a sentence. I felt good when I watered the plants. We can see that the conjunctive adverb when is applied in this sentence because the adverb when is stated behind the adjective good. We cannot find the precedent in this sentence. The adverb when links the subordinate clause. When I watered the plant to the main clause, I felt good. With the concurrency that the condition of the speaker as the subject described by the intransitive verb, felt in the main clause, for which the precedent is not stated. And the action of the speaker as the subject described by the transitive verb watered in the subordinate clause actualized at the same point in time. So the speaker applies the conjunctive adverb when to specify the condition indicated by the intransitive verb felt in the main clause. The conjunctive adverb when specifies the definition of the intransitive verb felt with the concurrency. The second sentence that the relative adverb when is applied is this. I like the morning when I thank the one for allowing me a new day. We can see the phrase of the noun, the morning, ahead of the adverb when to indicate a point in time. And we accept that the relative adverb when is applied to specify a point in time. So we can consider that the adverb when is applied as a relative adverb. The adverb when is applied to specify the point in time indicated by the phrase of the noun, the morning, applied as a precedent in the main clause, like the morning, with the condition of the speaker as the subject, described by the transitive verb think in the subordinate clause. So, the relative adverb when is applied to specify the point in time indicated by the precedent, the morning in the main clause with the condition of the speaker described in the subordinate clause. When I thank the one for allowing me a new day. In the sentence that the relative adverb when links the subordinate clause to the main clause, the precedent originates from the object of the preposition to indicate a point in time in the subordinate clause. The fact that the preposition specifies the existence of the subject at the same time when the verb in the subordinate clause describes the subject of the subordinate clause. So we can understand that the point in time indicated by is when the definition of the transitive verb think in the subordinate clause is actualized. As the sentence, I like the morning when I thank the one for allowing me a new day, is able to be stated with the phrase of the preposition in and the relative pronoun which, like this. I like the morning in which I thank the one for allowing me a new day. From this origin, the preposition in conveys the definition of the preposition from the subject, the speaker, to the object, the morning, at the same point in time when the definition of the transitive verb think is actualized. The origin that the relative pronoun replaces the object of the preposition in the subordinate clause, and the preposition specifies the existence of the subject of the preposition at the same time when the definition of the verb in the subordinate clause is actualized at the same time. The point in time when the definition of the preposition in is actualized is the same as the point in time when the definition of the transitive verb think is actualized. And the point in time indicated by the precedent, the morning, is the same point in time when the definition of the transitive verb think is actualized in the subordinate clause. The condition indicated by the transitive verb think in the subordinate clause, linked by the relative adverb when to the main clause, is actualized at the point in time indicated by the precedent, the morning. We can see the concurrency between the point in time indicated by the precedent and the point in time when the definition of the verb in the subordinate clause is actualized.